You're still watching, of course, Politics HQ. Now, let's get into the meat of today's matter. The Osun 2026 governorship election has delivered more than just a second-term victory for Ademola Adeleke. It has exposed the deeper currents of Nigerian politics, where local structures, candidate appeal, and voters' sentiment can outweigh the weight of federal power. Adeleke, now re-elected under the Accord Party after leaving the People's Democratic Party, not only defeated the APC's Bola Oyebamiji, but also demonstrated that Osun remains one of the country's most fiercely competitive battlegrounds. His win across 19 local governments show a coalition that cut across regions, while the APC strong showing in 11 local government areas remind us that this was no political collapse, but a contest that underlines the limit of federal incumbency. The real reason here is that Nigerian elections are still shaped by personalities, performance, and local dynamics, and Osun has once again become a laboratory for strategies that will matter or may matter in 2027. Now, joining me to unpack all of this, I have my guest, but let's quickly get to our reporters, our correspondents, that is, who are still live in Osun State. Mr. Babajide, good evening, and it's great to have you. Well done. What's the update now?
Well, we are live in Oshogbo, Osun State, and let's to cognizance that the governor already said he will be the governor of the people, irrespective of whether they voted for him or not. But earlier on, we're in front of the APC office, of course, to ask questions, but then we met with an empty space, and then we asked a couple of persons. We took reactions from people, and most of the people are actually elated that yes, Governor Adeleke won. Some of them have said that yes, they are excited that their votes counted, even though they alleged that there was lots of vote buying. And then earlier on, about 30 minutes ago, we had a conversation with someone that said it is no longer about the party, but about the persons and about what they've done for the first 4 years and all of that. But then it looks like the state is getting a little bit agitated because the All Progressive Congress have alleged that they are, of course, taking it to court to battle with whatever the INEC has said in the last gubernatorial election that happened on Saturday. But then we've not been able to get any response from any one of them as of now. We do not know what will happen before tomorrow morning, but I'm just speaking about now.
All right, Mercy, great one there. Let me leave you for a moment and, of course, go straight to Ni, who is also on standby. Ni Balani. Ni, great job. What's new around you?
A lot of things.
Okay, let's hold on.
Is it the call that will validate what has happened on Saturday? Is it the call that will validate what INEC has said?
Okay.
Is it the call? So I've been asking, what's the essence of the call? That's the question.
All right, I'll come back to you. Please hold on. Let me bring into this conversation Isaac Fayose. He's a public commentator. He joins from Abuja. Mr. Isaac, my question to you is pretty much also very plain sight. Do you think that Osun election was a true reflection of the will of the people of Osun State?
Well, not 100%, maybe like 70%. Not 100%, because you see, it's APC. Where did they get 300 and something thousand? You saw them, they bought votes worth about 60 billion, allegedly. Davido's dad just said that yesterday. So you can see EFCC, they're still not doing their job. INEC, police, well, you saw what police did in Osun. That's the first time police will be using our armored vehicles to snatch ballots, to do all sorts. So we can say 70%, because of some people, they are resilient. They said no, they will not allow them. If we were to be free and fair, APC will not get 100,000 votes. You and I know it. They don't love them, they don't like them. So this 300 and something they got, vote buying, when you buy vote worth 60 billion, where did they get this money from? From different states. They put some people in more poverty, stealing their money to come and share in Osun. And INEC, the upper INEC that's supposed to say, no vote buying here. Police that's supposed to stop them, they joined them. EFCC, they were nowhere to be found. is for EFCC to knock out school, knock out churches, to get Yahoo boys. It's easy for them. But they saw a vote trading that is worth 60 billion, my brother. 60
So you said vote trading worth. I'm sorry, please, sorry to interrupt you. You said vote trading worth 60 billion. Do you have that on good authority?
60 billion. Davido's dad confirmed that these people bought votes worth 60 billion naira.
60 billion.
Videos of them sharing 60 billion. More than Ekiti now. Ekiti spent about 20 billion plus buying votes. They spent 60 billion.
Sir, can you enlighten us? Who were the recipients of this money?
In different states, money stolen from common man, common people in different states. They brought them to Osun. You saw the governors there, about 12 or thereabout. You saw them making their show of shame there, going up and down, buying votes, intimidating people.
I'm still going to stay with you, Mr.
Did you see the armored person? Did you see the armored vehicles?
I'm still going to stay with you on this. The 60 billion, are you talking about cumulative, both parties or a particular party?
My brother, APC bought votes worth 60 billion.
Wow.
Allegedly, Davido's dad said that.
Okay.
Yes, my brother. And we all saw, I can send you videos of where they are buying votes. I can send you videos. Even on election day, our failed Senator Fadausi, that's supposed to be in cell down, was still threatening the voters. Can we call that 100% deal? So let's say 70%. And we have to thank Osun voters for their resilience, for them making up their mind that no, come rain, come sunshine, their vote must count. We saw what happened. Where will APC get 300? Failed party. Where will they get 300 and something thousand?
Actually, the cumulative vote they had in this election was 444,815. Just to put that in a bit of context. But I'll come back to you.
You mean APC?
Yes, APC. That's the result on the screen there.
I didn't even know they go up to that. Where will they get it from, my brother? Where? They bought votes.
Okay.
You do 60 billion naira.
60 billion. You still insist on it. Please hold on. Please hold on. I'll come back to you.
Shege time. In this Tinubu's time, 60 billion. People are already poor. They made them poor, so poor
that
they can buy their votes. 60 billion.
I will come back to you.
INEC is not doing well at all. Watching them and EFCC. If it's to arrest Yahoo, it's so easy for
all right, your point has been taken. Please hold on. I'll come back to you, sir. Let me bring Ayodeji Ologun into this conversation. He's a public affairs analyst. He's also in Osun State. Quickly, what is your take on what we just saw or witnessed over the weekend in Osun State? Would you call it free and fair? Or are you also alluding to the fact that it was awash with vote buying and irregularities to some extent?
Well, it is laughable when people make claim to what is not verifiable and then begins to pick the words of an individual to all of a sudden become an authority in a process that was not even witnessed. I was not just a stakeholder in that election. I was an observer in that Saturday's election. I saw what transpired before, during, and even up till now, that is after the election. What happened over the weekend was simply the resolve of the people to do what they wish to do and to elect who they want to lead them going forward, except otherwise proven. Up till now, the candidate of the APC and the party have not come out categorically to say either they are accepting the results or they are rejecting it and going to court. So until they probably come out with a position to say they are accepting or they are rejecting and going to court and giving their reasons, then we can be talking about the acceptability or the perception that surrounds that election. But what happened on Saturday for me, what is applaudable the most is the resolve of the people to come out on the day of election to carry out their duty as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before that election, there were a lot of apprehension as to the likelihood of voters' apathy. That is, the people not likely coming out on the day of election because of pre-election violence and sentimental issues surrounding threats and what have you. But the people of the state showed one thing clearly, that the will of the people is supreme, that the vote of the people counts and must be made to count. And if there is anything, that is the most applaudable thing that the people of the state have done. That election produced the highest figure that has ever been seen in the history of the gubernatorial election in that state. About 1 million votes were casted. That has not happened, not in the history of that state so far. So the fact that we had people turning out irrespective of whatever feelings, irrespective of whatever sentiment, irrespective of whatever has been the situation of things before that election, is something that must be applauded. Another thing that must be applauded is the process in itself, that is the duty of INEC that they hold sacred and fulfilled. A lot of people were expecting that INEC will perform woefully. Of course, you know the Nigerian mentality. We often wait till hoping that things don't happen the way it's supposed to happen. But INEC did not 100%, if I must say, but substantially INEC did well. I was on the street as early as 7 a.m. at election observer on that day. And I can tell you that on the average, about 80% of the polling booths had INEC officials attending and resuming duty as early as 8 o'clock. And by 8:30, voting proceedings started in most of the polling booths across the country. That is applaudable. We must not look side and fail to give flowers to whom it is due, especially when they do well. INEC did well substantially, I must say, in this election, and they must be given their flowers.
All right, thank you very much. We, of course, will go on another break. When we return, I'll be coming straight to you, Mr. Oni Olalekan. I know you've been itching to respond to several things that have been said already. We'll take your opinion on this when we return. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, you're still watching Politics HQ. We just went on that very brief breather. Let me come straight to you, Mr. Oni Olalekan. Mr. Fayose said your party, the APC, spent about 60 billion naira to induce voters. Are you aware of this figure? And another question again is, of course, a governor did say that Mr. President called to congratulate him, and in a way, kind of showed support, because the governor, has made it open that he would support President Tinubu, in the 2027 general elections. As a party member, does this worry you that the president's body language or tone seems to favor Governor Ademola Adeleke as against the APC in the state?
All right, let me first of all say that let's not forget that Mr. Isaac Fayose is an Igbo, and he's also a content creator. So I feel that he's doing one of his business on this show tonight. How can you just allege 60 billion? Do you know he knows what 60 billion is? If APC has spent 60 billion, does he not think that we'll get up to like 1 million votes? So let's put that aside. I see that as a comic. And as everyone is just, exercising.
So if the APC, wait, just to put in context, if the APC didn't spend 60 billion, how much did the APC spend in that election?
What APC did before the election was mobilization, was canvassing, and we sought for support from the people. We did the usual campaign across the 30 local governments, and
which of course include. Did it include distribution of money? Like we saw in some videos.
It didn't include. Bola does not have. He doesn't have videos and all of that. For you to even know that he's just creating content tonight, he was, repeating 300 and something thousand. I was even trying to correct him. Not until he corrected. And if you listen to what Mr. Ologun has said, or Ologun has said, he said, I, as I'm seated here, I traversed, as a person, the 30 local governments and one area council with the APC candidates 3 different times. We went around 3 different times to campaign to the people, to mobilize with the people, and all of that. And so the 60 billion allegation is unfounded, is baseless and frivolous, And then come to the question of the president. Well, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not just the president of the APC. He's not just the president of the Accord Party. He's the president of Nigeria, irrespective of party affiliation. So that call came from the president to the governor-elect of Osun State. Don't also, so on that side, then another side is that the president is also the leader of the APC. But like I said, the call came as the president to a governor-elect. So that body language does not say that the president is not supporting his party. The president, in his capacity as the leader of the party, supported the party, and and the election, he saw that the election has come and then gone. And then he called Governor Ademola Adeleke as the president of Nigeria. It's just you saying that the federal government is releasing funds to
but sorry,
the states of the federation.
Mr. Olalekan, if the president has called, and that goes back to my question, if he has called Governor Ademola Adeleke to say congratulations on winning the election, I wish you well, why is Mr. Oyebamiji still holding back? What point is it trying to prove?
I've asked earlier, why should Oyebamiji call Governor Ademola Adeleke? Why? And that's the question. Is it part of the constitutional provision of election?
Because some might describe, maybe, because some use the word. They say
it's
that,
not part of the constitutional provision. It's not part of the Electoral Act. So, the Oyebamiji.
What do you have to say to people who think because he hasn't done this, he's a bad loser?
People can say whatever they like. People will talk about people, and that's is their opinion as well. But as long as the Electoral Act is concerned, as long as the constitutional provision is concerned, the call does not amount to anything.
All right, thank you.
It's not part of the electoral process. What if the president had decided not to call him? Will you have said that the president is a bad loser as well?
All right, thank you.
So the call for me does not hold water. It's not right here, not there. You can decide not to
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me come back to you, Mr. Fayose. Mr. Fayose, this election being the last off-cycle election before the general elections, which will happen next year, are there takeaways for you? What does this reflect, number one, of the parties involved, the political dynamics that we saw, the power of so-called federal might or the power of incumbency, and also the behavior of voters in lieu of the general polls?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Dapo. This election, before we used to hear, this next election coming, President Tinubu, he will win. He already had 30-something governors. All this, that they will rig it. But Osun people have shown that before 2 p.m. in January election, President Tinubu will be on his way out back to Ikoyi, because people will stand gidigba and defend their votes the same way Osun people have defended their votes. Build up to this election, you can see APC government, you know how many people that died? You can see a sitting senator threatening people. If you come out, we will pie you. You see all sorts. How many people, look at this election, how many people died? Just one state. How many people? And none of them, nobody is in jail as we speak. The senator is not in jail. It was today we started writing petition to ICC, International Criminal Court, so they can intervene, because a lot of people have lost their lives. In this election, my brother, Osun election has shown the people that the idea of the rigged election is a no-no. That people can actually stand. The power of the people is more than the power of those in power. So this Osun election has reinforced, has energized, has given us hope that if we stand together against rigging, we will defeat them. They will be out before 2 p.m. And the other guy that is calling me content creator, Mr. Man, I'm not a content creator. To you, I may be like content creator, but you cannot defend it that you people didn't buy votes. The amount you spend, you won't know because it's not coming from your pocket. You are just a messenger. But we have it in a good authority that your party spent 60 billion. And we saw so many governors in your state on election day. What were they doing there? We saw Ghana must go coming in and out. So 60 billion or no 60 billion, your party is a vote buyer and seller, and they are not popular anymore in the country. God bless you.
All right, thank you. Do you think this is the case, Mr. Ologun?
Which of the case precisely?
The question as regards what what we've seen in Osun State and what it has reflected of the, well, I call it political dynamics. Do you see takeaways ahead of the general polls in 2027 in terms of the strength of parties, the popularity of candidates at play here? What are takeaways?
Well, one thing is sure. What happened in Osun over the weekend was not the case of a political party being popular or resonating with the people. Accord Party didn't win that election. Ademola Adeleke won as an individual who has a connect with the street, who is loved by the people he is governing, and of course the appeal and the goodwill of the Adeleke dynasty. Those two factors won Adeleke that election, not because Accord Party is a party of reckoning or a party that people can align with or people are in resonance with. That is the fact. So one takeaway that the Saturday election has brought to fore is the importance of every political class to connect with the people. The people's power is their vote. It is the duty of the people to decide who leads them at every strata of governance, House of Assembly, House of Reps, Senate, governorship, or the presidency. So it will not matter the political party anyone belongs to. That is the message that the people are passing across. What will matter is how people can resonate with the dynamics of the personality that is going to be representing the different political parties, the antecedent of such an individual, and of course what people can see as an hope, either as what has been done that they can resonate with, or what they see as hope in that person that they will be aligning with, not because the person is carrying the title of a political party or because the political party has been this or that. Another lesson that Saturday election has brought to fore is that a people united cannot be defeated. I laugh when people talk about, oh, this shows that the opposition is strong, or it shows that if the opposition unites. Which opposition is uniting? The same opposition that Ademola Adeleke belongs to as a member of the Accord Party is the same governor using the platform of his party and his victory as against reiterating that he's supporting the president that is incumbent, that is the candidate of the APC. Why is he not saying, oh, by the victory, he's going to align with other parties that are in the opposition? He has chosen, and openly so, aligned with the party and the person in office at the moment. So this is not going to be about political party, but it has shown that the people resolute cannot be defeated. And on the day of election next year, people will do whatever they choose to do. They will vote who can resonate with them or who they can resonate with. And it will not matter what anybody says. It will not matter what anybody does. It will be the will of the people against predictions.
All right. Before we go on, a final break, I want to ask you, Mr. Olalekan, with what has happened in Osun State now and the general election just a few months away, as a strong member, a very loyal member of the APC, does this give you sleepless nights? Because Osun State is actually the place of birth of the president.
I like, the question you have asked, and thank you for the way you qualified as a strong member. Thank you. I like that. You see, what this election has also told us is that the APC is still very, very strong. 444,851 against an incumbent with the popularity, with the likeness, with the love, everybody has claimed, is a good show for the APC. Very, very good one for the APC. And also, this election has told us that Bola Oyebamiji is a Democrat who will allow institutions, to operate. Independence, National Electoral Commission, INEC, did their job very well. No interference from the presidency, away from what we used to have in the past. Then the police as well, very neutral. And we saw how everything went, how peaceful that election was. And that tells us that, the current administration has allowed independence of
Maybe I should just put a very direct question to you. Please hold on. Please hold on. And I'll make reference to what Mr. Fayose did say. So are you saying that categorically in the general election, just like he said, before 2 p.m., Mr. President will be out of Asoro? Do you think that in any way, maybe this election might just reflect, the mood of behavior of voters?
It's 8 off-cycle elections, if I'm correct, since 2023 general elections. Put together the State House of Assemblies, and the Senate, the House of Rep elections and all of that. APC has won over 80% of that election. And you know that, let's assume, we have seen what Ademola Adeleke himself has said about the president as he affirmed his endorsement of the president. So that tells you that head of tail, APC will even win Osun State election. Head of tail, whether accord or from the APC side. So this election doesn't mean that what is 2 p.m. Bola Tinubu will win the general election in 2027, hands down. Like Mr. Ologun said, where are the opposition? They're nowhere to be found. So this
in
election,
30 seconds.
when it comes
seconds.
to the general election in 2027, there is no sleepless night for the AP because we win the election, general election.
In one word, why do you think your party, APC, lost in Osun State?
Because we went into a contest, we went into a competition, and in every competition, we only have one winner. That's all.
All right, thank you very much. How about you, Mr. Fayose? Your final words or your parting shots in 30 seconds.
Of all, the other one is saying, what's his name? I can't remember. He's saying, well, it's Adeleke's dynasty. This is not opposition. Why did you people fly under APC, or God? Why did you fly? Why were you shouting when the EFCC froze your account?
Okay.
Why won't Adeleke support Mr. President? They know what
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
They know what they can do to them. They know that they can change it in court for them. They know they can send the FCC after them. They know what they've done pre-election. They know what they can do more. That's why the man they run kia. They go baba yemi jail. No spoil my life. I beg. I deal with you.
All right, Mr. Fayose, thank you.
Also, election is clear. He's saying
thank you.
People are ready to take their states back and their country back.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. We will go on our final break. When we return, of course, we'll be wrapping up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.